Hey guys, good evening. Whoa, I was having a hard time getting ready for the stream, but we're here and we're gonna have a great time. Or, well, we never know. There could suddenly be magic smoke, but I don't think so, because, you know. Let's see here. Shoki Senshi says, ooh, this one may be interesting. I think so too. And then Digital.Tech says, I've had one of these for a while. They're good. In any way, let's see if I'm using it right now. What? I don't know what the last part means, but okay. Omakavala is here. Hello. And Greg E. Evening, everyone. And then Fried Fish Fury whoa, says, what better way to spend 4 a.m. on Saturday? I agree. Thank you for being here. And then Jacco Wies is here. Wait, what? Is a way beyond streaming time? Yeah, it was a little bit late. Not that late. We're still in the pre-stream. Music. Howdy. Hello, everyone. Gareth Blaine is here. Magic smoke time, he hopes. I don't know. We'll see. Good morning, Quinmeister, says Sean Modo. At least with WLED, any smoke will be multicolored, says James Derrick. I just remembered that some of these will need batteries. And, I don't have batteries on my desk. Let me see what batteries they need. AAA. See if the other ones also say. AAA. Powered by integrated lithium polymer battery. Okay, let me get some AAAs. Hold on. Be right back. We've got some Kickstarter batteries, actually. I backed this a while ago. These are Linogy lithium batteries, but then in AA and AAA format. And this one has 1300 milliwatt hours. And the thing is, this one actually outputs 1.5 volt instead of the 1.2, 1.3 volt of other rechargeables. And you have to use them with a special charger and everything, but so far I've been really happy with them. Also in like my sensors and everything, because if what you're using only sips power, these last a very long time. So yeah. Oh, the music. There. WiZ remote, like TV remote things. Well, we'll get to that in a few minutes. First, we need to have the drink of the day. Or rather, I'm thirsty, so I'm going to drink some Coca-Cola vanilla non-focusy. Nope. Maybe if I hide my... There. No? What's going on? There. Some Coca-Cola vanilla, zero sugar. Oh yeah. I need myself some caffeine. No mods yet. Oh, and then Philip appears. That's how it goes. And Draadstal is there too. Hey, welcome Dutch Taurus. Awesome to hear, Greg, and happy to hear your wife and Malachi is there too. Did you have a second kid? I don't remember now. Eerste keer hier, drink smakelijk. Thanks, Walking Disaster, 1987. At least you've been walking for a while. Caffeine-free Red Bull and Monster? But why then drink it? For the taurine, or... Gareth Blaine just realized your taller, thinner cans would never work in a cup holder. I thought the UK fatter cans sucked in them. Well, I've been having issues with my car recently, and I'm so done with all the issues. Anyway, I'm not sure I'm going to go into that. But my cup holders have like those springy clips, and even the thin cans work fine. Or like the thin bottles also work fine. For the taste, yeah. I drink Monster sugar-free, like the Ultra variants, but... It's pre-stream, go into details. Oh my god. So okay. It'll be a rant, I guess, because my garage is really effing up, basically. So I have a Passat GTE from 10 years ago. I leased it for 5 years when I was still employed. And then when I started to do this more full-time, etc., I bought the car because it was 5 years old and the lease contract had ended. So I got a pretty good deal on it, and I was the only driver ever. So I bought it, and I've been really happy with that car for a while. But I don't know, maybe it's because it's now 10 years old. Things are starting to break down. So, I mean, like... One of the things that broke last year was the sensor in the turbo, and Volkswagen said, well, we have to replace the whole turbo. So that was like a fun 1,500 euros. And then this year, the two ventilators in the middle of the dashboard basically stopped working all of a sudden. No clue why. And to fix that, they had to take out my whole dashboard and fix the vents, basically. They did that this week. And then I drove home, no problem, but I drove home fully electric. And then the next day, I went to the car wash because they had put so many fingerprints on my windshield and all over my dashboard. And the car wash has like an interior street where they also do the interior. After that, I spent another hour polishing it because there were fingerprints on basically every piece of the car. They didn't bother to wipe anything. Okay, but I was driving, and I have a GTE, so it's a hybrid gasoline car with a 10 kilowatt hour battery in there. Anyway, the buttons to adjust the engine mode don't work anymore. I was like, oh my god. And I need to drive like, I don't know, 1,300 kilometer tomorrow. Because I'm going to the Light and Building Fair in Frankfurt. That's like 5-hour drive, one-way trip. But I can't switch my engine modes now. The ventilators work. They had to work on it for 3 days for some reason. And it's just a giant hassle. And the garage is... I don't know, making mistakes and making things a lot harder, and it is VW's issue, Gareth, but the problem is I need the car to drive it, so yeah. Oh, you're there on Sunday, nice. I'm going to be there on Sunday and on Monday. And I will be in the Synergy 21 booth that is associated with AllNet. I think, what did I say on Discord? I believe between 1 and 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, sure, Philip, true. But then if it breaks or something is broken, you're not out the money when you're leasing it, sure, but it's still a hassle with like going to the garage. Today I went to the garage to fix the issue, So I went there at 12:30 because the appointment was at 1, and I was home at 3:30, and they said, "Oh, we couldn't fix it. Come back tomorrow. Come back next week." I'm like, "I need to drive this car, you know." "Yeah, well, we don't know. No clue. We don't have time." Exactly, Gareth. That's kind of how I feel. I've basically, it's been good for many, many years, but the last 2 years, if I had known this in hindsight, like at that point, I would have just sold it and got a new or a different car, because the amount of time and frustration and energy it costs right now, next to the money. I mean, I don't even think it's worth the money anymore right now, but after a while you're in so deep, you just keep going, I guess. But it's just the time and the frustration, and especially with this garage who just doesn't know how to give customer service anymore, I think. Yeah. Well, it's ran for 218,000 kilometers, so it's not a young vehicle anymore, and the issues that it's getting, you know, it's allowed to get some issues after running like 200,000 kilometers, and yeah, yeah. I've been going to this garage for like 25 years, so they used to be better for sure. Because I've driven a lot of VWs, also as leased cars, like this one also was to start with. Yeah, they just. I mean, I get they had to take out my whole dashboard. That part I understood, but then how can you give back a car that the windshield and every single part of the dashboard is full with greasy fingerprints? Like, I couldn't even see out of parts of the windshield. That's how greasy it was. How can you give back a car like that? And ask them then to pay 1,200 euros for it? I mean, come on. Take a rag, spend 5 minutes to clean up your work, at least a little bit. Maybe, like, make it look like you took an effort, right? I mean, it's just, yeah, well. So right now, everything is fixed, but now I have a new problem, and that is that the buttons for my engine selection isn't working anymore. So I can't drive in GTE mode, and I can't set it to charge or not to charge, and it's really sad. Yeah, I mean, it's making me wonder why I pay for VW, right? I mean, I've been debating between going with a Chinese car or a an Audi or a VW, like for the next one, and I'm gonna postpone that. I decided like a year or year and a half ago I'll postpone that purchase until the new house is done. Because if I'm gonna spend 50 or 80 grand on a new car, maybe make sure the house is finished first, because this one is still fine. Oh boy, I think it hurt me. No, I already disconnected the battery, and I took apart part of the dashboard myself. But I think when they built it back, they nipped part of the cable harness, so some of the wires in there aren't working anymore. And at that point, I stopped and I put everything back. I'm like, oh man. I also saw, of course, that they wrecked a few of the clips and the clip attachment points and stuff like that because they weren't careful enough. No, I don't feel like Tesla. It's fine. Tesla's fine, but it's not my car, I think. Yeah, I hope I'm gonna visit with a friend, and we're gonna tour the fair, and I'll be at the Synergy stand like 2 times, so on Sunday and on Monday, for people who know me who might want to visit and answering questions and things like that. An Unimog, no. They are an authorized. They're a dealer, yes. But right now, I don't see the VW quality I might be paying for. And then I think like, hey, maybe just go to a Chinese brand anyway, because I'll probably get better service. So yeah. Wait, somebody's sending me messages. Anyway. Yeah, but I can't claim my time, Draadstaal. The problem is the time. I spent 2.5 hours today dealing with this mess and nothing was fixed again. And it's same, like, okay, last Monday I took the car in and I said, like, okay, I have this ventilation issue in my dashboard. My battery is running low. The software, the dashboard is telling me my battery is low, and I measured it. It's low. No analysis needed. Just replace my battery. And my windshield wipers have been bothering me for a long time. So they checked my windshield wipers, aka charged me money and did nothing. They checked my battery, aka I don't know what they did, charged me money. And then they checked my ventilation and they agreed it wasn't working. And they also agreed I needed a new battery. And I'm like, okay, but then why am I paying 250 euros and taking my car back while nothing's been fixed? Yeah, but these are analysis fees. You didn't need to analyze anything. It's just like, okay, yeah, his blowers aren't working. He needs replacement fans. That's not 170 euros worth of work. Oh, yes. Oh, you put a multimeter on the battery. Oh, 10.5 volts. Yeah, that probably needs a replacement. Wow. How did you arrive at that conclusion? Yeah, exactly, Big Bad Joe. I think that's part of it. Like, if somebody there would have had any part of a brain, this wouldn't have to be so difficult. No, I have a Passat. I don't have an Escalade. Anyway, today we're gonna do LEDs. And, I guess we need to prepare something for that. We are going to hook up a Dignex 2 and some LED strip and a cable. I think we can manage this. I don't need a scanner if I already know what the problem is and I tell them what the problem is and I tell them what to do, and then they don't do it but still charge me an analysis fee. You don't have to analyze anything. I sent you a video, literally, of what the issue was with the windscreen wipers. If you're going to charge me $50 to watch a 30-second video, I don't know, man. Should we use the LTT screwdriver? Let's give it a try. I haven't used it yet. Does it have Phillips? Yes. Let's see if this is a good size. No. No. We shouldn't use it. Okay. That's a good size. How does it work? Okay. How do I switch it from... Oh, like that. Okay, yeah. Oh, I like it that the top spins. So this also spins? That's nice. Okay, and then we need a different bit, because this is probably too big. Oh, actually. Let's do that one. Wait, did it do it? No, maybe. I think so. Okay. We have some SK6812 here. This is testing strip, so it's already partly ruined, like anything on my disk. So it's not a problem if we burn it. They don't slide around inside. They don't slide around. They're all secured down. Yeah, they're good bits too. Okay. Let's see. We have positive here, negative. Yeah, same other side. Okay. Let's engage the power supply. Oh, we can do. Oh, we can do something we haven't done before. And oh, I should have prepared that. Anyway, we'll do it quick and dirty style. I have to wait for it to boot. There. Okay. So how do I do a web frame or something like that? Web browser socket. Okay. Can I do that? Okay. But now it wants me to log into Home Assistant. Can I? I can't type in here, can I? No. Interact. Oh, okay. I can interact. Okay. Does this show my password? It does not. But I have to remember my password. That's a problem. It's not that. Oh god, I don't know my password. I never log in. Should it have a capital? No. Oh, maybe it's this. Yes, okay. Good. And here, I can't scroll. Why can't I scroll? Damn it. Okay, I need to make a new tab real quick. Hold on. Edit. New. Okay, sure. So let's call it stream. Save. And then I need to go to the other one. Sorry, bear with me for a minute. Duplicate. But can I now put it on a different tab? Okay, whatever. Save, yeah. No. Move to view. Stream. Move. Done. Okay. No, it didn't do it. Why not? It is gone, but it's not showing up. Ah, it is here. What? Imported cards. Okay. So I want to go here. Okay. There. Okay, nice. And if we then let's see. Okay. So this is the measurement plug we played with 1 or 2 streams back. I think 2 streams back. Currently, my bench power supply is connected into there. So the bench power supply, we also saw the 2000 watt thing with the RD6030. And currently, this is the idle current for the bench power supply. But now, when I turn this on, let's see if that works. Let's set it to 5 volts. Let's set it to 10 amps. Go. Yes, good. Now you can see the power usage in real time. Whoa. Of course, this power usage doesn't make much sense because you're seeing 32 watts, which is from the wall. But in reality, it's only using 10 watts from the meter itself. Now, I need to see if this one is already configured. I think so. So I need to check what IP it got. 10.24.1.131. Let's see if we can do that. 10.24.1. Yes, we can. Good. So then let's do... Okay. And then we need to do window capture for this guy. I guess we'll put that there. Okay, so now we have the controller also. Let's go to LED preferences. It's SK6812. We have 300 LEDs, no brightness limiter. Okay, save. Good. It turned orange. Let's see, red, blue, green. Can we do white? Yeah, we also have white. Very good. Can we do some effects? Yes. Good. No, we don't have special kind of plants there, Drastal. I'm going to lower this one tick. Oh, it's already good. There. Oh, this one is not focusing correctly. Set. Okay. Good. So now we're prepared. We can see the WLED and we can see the power, although the power is not really useful anyway. We have from WiZ. I bought these myself on Amazon. The links are in the video description if you want to support me. We bought 4 different remote controls. We have the one that's that we've used before, the WiZ mode with the buttons and things like, yeah. And then we have one that looks like more of a wall control with a knob. So that's interesting. And you can do the scenes too, and it's rechargeable. We have a smart motion sensor. Okay. And we have a simple magnetic back on-off button. That'd be cool, actually. Place anywhere with wall mount. Controls all connected by WiZ lights. Now, all these boxes say this, but I don't actually know if these will work. I think so, because this week someone on the Discord mentioned, oh, he got this one, and he said, oh, it worked fine. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I bought all of them. That's how that goes. Yeah. So let's try it. Let's do this one first, because we kind of know how that one works. And then try the others. Interesting packaging. Okay, how does this work? Let's get this out. Okay. We don't need no remotes. Okay, bye. Okay, well, this needs batteries. We're just going to rush through this or run through this because we've done this before. Let's see. It needs a battery like that. Do we match colors or do we alternate colors? Should I open a poll? Exactly, Gareth. I'm feeling matchy, so we're gonna match the batteries. Wait, why does it not fit? There. Match! Alternate! Match! Please match! Okay, they're matched, they're matched. Okay, so now we have this button, and if we click the button, the little light turns on. It's good. Okay. And, well, the easiest thing, I don't actually know if this firmware is compiled with ESPNow inside of it, because there's actually a little ESP in here, which sends out a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi kind of signal, but it's actually not Wi-Fi. So we go to Config, Wi-Fi settings, and we have to enable ESPNow so that it listens for ESPNow events. So let's say save and connect. Let's wait for that to come back. I think you also asked this on the Discord 101 Tesla, but I'll try at some point. So now we mash a few buttons so that it sends out the codes. And then we go back to Wi-Fi settings. And then it has a last device seen. You can click on that and then it fills in the paired remote MAC. Save and connect. And in theory, that's it. Wouldn't that be easy? Interesting, Sean. Okay, so let's see. Off. It just works. On. Brightness down. Cool. Brightness up. I never know what sleep does. Oh, okay, just turns it down. Well, there's no... I can click the preset buttons, but there's no presets. But, yeah. Anyway, so if you want a simple remote for WLED, this is as simple as it gets. Oh, if you click the on button, does it go back to like default brightness? No. Yeah, exactly. This is it. Thanks for watching, guys. Well, we kind of knew this one was going to work, right? I wanted to make sure that the one in the new packaging, so like with the purple here and this one worked, because there was a other version like when I made the original video, which didn't work, but the one with the purple packaging seems to work, so that's good. Okay, off, on, yeah. Well, doesn't get much easier than that. So let's look at another one. I want to know if this one works, because this is, you know, this could be easy. And I believe, we'll have to check that out later, there is now also an ESPNow integration for ESPHome, so that you could maybe use these same buttons with ESPHome and Home Assistant, which, you know, that'd be cool. Oh, it came with batteries. Look at that. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Oh, it's a big button. It feels, sounds a bit hollow. It's okay. It's okay. There is some clicky action, so that's good. Yeah? That's decently strong. Okay, well, we're not going to use your GP alkalines. Yeah, it's hard to keep those links working, and they also don't work for every country, which I can't test, and it's hard, 101 Tesla. Okay, so let's see how we open this up. There. Also triple A's, good. There. Okay. I wonder if these are programming pins. I think so. Yeah, there's pads underneath there too. Interesting. Cool. Okay. Let me zoom you guys in a bit. Okay. There. So, config. But then, how do I... Okay, maybe I just delete, save. They match the colors? Oh, you mean it matches with, like, the dig next? Okay. Okay, we have to hit the button a few times. Let's see if it worked. I don't remember. This looks suspiciously a lot like the last one, but we'll see. Save and connect. There's no on-off button, right? No. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, the battery do. Okay, so let's see. Off. Oh. This stream could not go any better. On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Okay, and I believe you can also hold the buttons. Let's see. Yeah, that dims it down. Okay. And that dims it up. Very nice. The stream could get better with smoke. Maybe I should get a smoke machine in the new house, so we can create our own smoke. And if it does, like, double tapping do anything? No. No. Okay. Okay. That's nice. It's nice to have, like, a simple button you can put somewhere. Cool. I'm wondering if I can link it to Home Assistant, but we'll see. We'll see. Fake smoke, yes. ESP now is a standard on by itself, but I believe the only thing that it needs to work is that the codes this thing sends is understood by WLED, but I believe it's actually just sending the same codes as this remote, so that's why it works. 240 volt through an ESP32 would be only real smoke. Well, that would definitely smoke. Sure, okay. Well, we're going through them really quickly. Let's see. I want to do this one. Well, I don't know about Alexa, but I'm more of a Home Assistant guy, so since we're going through this so quickly, we can take a look later and put Home Assistant or ESPHome on something and see if the ESP Now integration of ESPHome can also work with these buttons. Like for me, I don't have Zigbee or Z-Wave or anything like that, so it'd be interesting to make that work. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is a wall mount. Oh, it's also magnetic. Okay. 5 volts, 1 amp. Okay. So how do I know if it's on? Oh, there's a light in there. Yeah, when you do something, the light, and here's a button. Oh, it's not a touch button, it's a press button. Okay. The dial is a bit, that's a bit wonky. That could be better. But you know, if you do it with two fingers, I guess that's okay. If you do it with one finger, it does have steps, so you feel the steps. So, yeah. So I guess this one's already on. I guess it's always on. I don't know. Let's go to WLED. Let's take this one. Oh, it already saw it because the last device seen was this serial number, which is a different one than we have in there. So let's put that in there. Save and connect. Okay. Can we now... Oh, it's instantly working. We can turn down the brightness. We can turn up the brightness. So 1 tick. Oh, 1 tick is a lot of brightness. Oh, it goes down when you go down. What? So 1 tick. 1. 1. 1. 1. Lots of big steps suddenly. Okay, that's a bit odd. But okay. And let's see what the button does. Nothing. This button? Also nothing. Can I press it? I can. It clicks, but it doesn't do anything. Oh, now it says preset not found. Okay. So, enter. Clicking. Things that just work out of the box are really boring. Yeah. So I'm wondering, okay, so the problem with this is you can only do brightness, but you can't turn it off or on. Oh, you have to hold it, maybe. Okay, let's hold it again. Yeah. Okay, now I turn it off. And then, okay, so hold press is off. And single press is on. Okay, okay, that works, that works. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to change the firmware on here. I just run another ESP to receive the commands, basically. And these buttons, I don't know. Let's make a preset, because then we can test the presets. Let's do flow with some weird colors. There. So let's save this. Save. And I want this to be ID 2. Save. And let's go... I guess we can do some noise effects with a different palette. This one, okay, let's save that as preset 3, and then we need something that just moves rainbow with this this palette. Okay, save preset 1. Okay, so now we have 3 presets. So can we go to preset 2? Yes. Preset 1. Okay, so you can choose 2 presets. Okay. Yeah, that works. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, hold it, turns it off. If I now press preset 2, oh, okay, that also works. So if I turn it off and I want to boot it in preset or start it in preset 1, I can just click the button, and it does. Nice. Cool. How much is this knob? Well, it's in the video description, but I believe it's about 20 bucks. And it's rechargeable with USB. Let's connect it, see what it does. 5 volts. No charge. Oh, there's a little light. It's taking 0.0 amps. So let's use my better meter. Oh, my extension cord isn't very long. There. Oh, still can't see it. There. Yeah, it's only taking like 0.13 amps. So it's probably pretty filled up out of the box. €28. Yeah, this was the most expensive one, I think. You should be able to cycle through 4 presets. Maybe then, let's test. Oh, let's test if we can use it while it's charging. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so that's good. Let's see if we hold it. Ah, yes. So the one button, if you just click it, we go to preset 1, and if you hold it, you go to preset 3, because that was our noise meter and microphone stuff. Well, I guess we now also need to make a preset 4. Saw. Saw is always cool with fire. Okay, preset, save, save. So we can go to preset 2, which is this, and we can go to preset 4. Yeah, no problem. I don't know, that would cost 2 more buttons. And basically everything these other remotes do is the same as this remote, because they just send the same commands. It's just a different form factor. No problem, Greg, no problem. So if you have some WLED devices you'd like different controls for other than your phone, this seems to work quite well. Of course, this is like right next to it, but yeah. Let's turn down the brightness. Yeah, that works well. Okay, well, let's go to the last one, and then let's see if we can make it work in ESPHome. Oh, it's an eye. Why is this packaging so big? Oh, you get screws and... Oh no, this one needs double A's. Didn't prepare that. Let's see. I think we can do this. And then do that. So this one's really meant to be wall mounted, although you only get 1 screw. Okay, the 1 screw is for over here. Okay, well, we don't need that right now. Don't, whoa. Okay, let's insert the batteries. Do we unscrew this? I guess so. We need to use the LTT screwdriver again. Exactly, Gareth. I mean, I'm an HA guy, but I get other people don't necessarily are the same. How do I... Oh, okay. Okay. It's like one of those games. You have to rotate the thingy until... Almost got it. Almost. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna help it. Oh, there we go. I have to switch this again. I'm not sure I'm going to be a fan of the switching of the screwdriver. I get why it's needed, but it's not working. Oh, okay, there's some notches there. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, too late now, Chuck Mash. Thanks, though. Okay, so in theory, this is already... Oh, there's a button. Oh, it blinks. Now it's blinking. I'll hit the button. Okay, now it's not blinking anymore. Let's see if it found a new ID. It did. So let's click that. Save. So then, I guess it's going to send on and off. Maybe? Does the button do anything? No. I'll put it upside down on my desk for a few minutes, and then we can check it. We'll turn WLED off, or maybe if I do it like this. Hello. Oh, the button is for pairing. Yeah, we don't need pairing. Where we're going, we don't need pairing. Okay, anyway. No, Montef, sure. It depends on how long the battery lasts. If the battery lasts like a year, yeah. Okay, nobody move. Let's test it, says Gareth. Okay, let's see. I don't know how to test it. Okay, I think Chuck was right. We need to unscrew it and take the battery out. Okay. I'm not sure that's going to be really useful. In theory, this can come out. Oh, wait, I can do it with the cup, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can take it out with the cup, because the cup has little notches here, and this also has notches, so you can actually put this in and twist it so you get a good grip. Okay, so we took out the... Oh, okay. This is the RT and LT you were talking about, I guess. So it's currently in RT mode. Okay, so I took out the battery, or one of the batteries at least. Let's put it back in and see if we do any motion. Hello. I don't know. Yeah, that's nice, Chuck. Were you also the one who talked about it on the Discord server, maybe? Because I basically just stole this idea. Maybe if we switch it. Ah, nice. Well, thanks for that. So, I don't know, this sensor... The code, if it changed, I don't know, we can see. Wi-Fi setup. No, code is the same. Yeah, it may not be in WLED, so it may not understand the commands it's sending. That could be true. I don't know, we'll put it on the desk and see if it turns it on at some point. We'll just leave it running. Yeah, that's true, Yuffle. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my desk watching me, so in theory then at some point it'll turn on. Maybe. Eh. Okay. Let's do some research if we can make this work in ESPHome. I don't actually know. ESPHome... ESP now. Well, maybe just add WiZ. Oh, I don't know if there's a light sensor and it only works if it's dark. No, Umkavala, that's my. It's only using 0.7 watts. That is my benchtop power supply, which is using that amount of power. So the power supply and the benchtop regulator is using that power. Let me see if we can get this under the. So currently we're drawing 0.75 watts actually. So yeah. So for this, it's not really the right measurement. Yeah, should I turn off the light? We can turn off the lights. There. I'm waving. You can't see. Here. Oh, wow, Chuck. You've been really busy, huh? That's interesting. Right. So let me Google that. WiZ Mode ESPHome. Jesse Rocks has the ESPHome WiZ Mode receiver. Okay. Seems to be an external component. Interesting. I'm looking at this guy. I'm wondering how it determines the buttons. Let's see what else is out there. I see the motion sensor blinking sometimes, but it doesn't really do anything. There is also an ESPNow packet transport platform. Okay. Oh my god. So there's now also an official ESPHome ESPNow integration. Well, it doesn't so much auto-connect, but it basically broadcasts a command or a string over ESPNow, and the remote and WLED both talk ESPNow, and when it broadcasts that, if you have the MAC address inserted into WLED to listen to that broadcast address, or, well, that specific remote, it then executes that command, basically. A photo eye in a device. I don't know. I don't know too much about the motion sensor. Okay, so there is a lot of ESPNow stuff in here. Let me try and find an easier guide. There's not. Well, there is some WiZ mode. Let's look at the WiZ mode blueprint. Let me do this in the other window. Hold on. So there is a WiZ mode blueprint. Let's see what it does. MAC address of the WiZ mode can be found by watching for ESPHome WiZ mode choose or action events as you press a button. Okay. Brightness with moon. Okay. Brightness step. Okay, so this configures the remote basically. Trigger. Yeah, I haven't ever done anything with Alexa, so I don't know much about it. Okay, so this is for all the buttons. Oh. What's this? Flexible. Add more flexible version of the ESPHome blueprint that adds many features. Okay. This is a bit much to kind of investigate right now. Let me check. So, the WiZ mode receiver, blah blah blah. But I'm now not sure if we should use... Oh, okay. So, yeah, this uses external components for ESPNow and WiZ mode. Is there indeed? Yeah, there's indeed. Okay, this one's 3 days old. Okay, so this is getting updated, it seems. Okay. So we just add some external components. We add ESPNow. Okay, yeah. Then the WiZ mode. And then we say, okay, the on button. We choose some Home Assistant event, I guess. If condition data returned, then Home Assistant event WiZ mode choose, else WiZ mode action. So I don't know what this ESPHome WiZ mode choose does. Well, I guess that was in here. Default behavior. I would think that is indeed to get the MAC address, Philip. But I just don't know how it works. Because then where do I fill in the MAC address? Maybe I should look in here. ESPHome. Oh, okay, yeah. Wi-Fi, power saving none. Okay, network, blah, blah, blah. API, okay, external. ESPNow, okay. So this likely prints off the MAC address. Okay, so let's configure this. I guess we can just take a random ESP prototype here, like this guy. Yeah. Okay. There. I guess we're just going to copy this YAML. Let me get my Home Assistant. Let's see, ESPHome Builder. I need a bit more real estate. There. Open Web UI. New device. Yeah, we need that for later. Empty configuration. WiZ mode. Okay, edit. I need to copy this again. Okay. WiZ mode bridge. Sure. Sure. Why are we on Arduino? I don't want the Arduino framework. Let's see if we can do without it. Oh, I need to see what my Wi-Fi stuff is again. Let's duplicate this. The stream measurer. We should have the Wi-Fi in there. Or we don't. Okay, bad example. Let's go to... I don't know. This one. Yeah. I don't need a specific channel. I don't need any encryption. That's fine. Logger, okay. Sure. Okay, let's save this and install it. I don't know. Oh, there's an error. Of course there's an error. Oh, it doesn't like my domain, huh? Oh, okay. Save, install, manual download. Okay, it made the image. To output a network. I wouldn't think so. Let's see. If we use the flasher, I believe we can use the modern format. Keep. Connect. Install. Choose. Downloads. WiZ mode. Greg, that's more experience because we messed with it a while back also. Yeah. No, that's true, Philip, but I think... or maybe... I don't know. Maybe this is then the YAML for... on the ESP or on the remote. Maybe I got the wrong YAML. Well, it said bridge. I don't know. Oh, oops, sorry. Oh, this is on my cluster. So this has like 8 cores and lots of memory and yeah. So the motion sensor still hasn't detected me. Okay. I'm not sure which stream would be best for that, really, but, you know. Okay, let's reset the device. Okay. It's connecting to QIoT, so that's working. Okay, and if I now press a button, does it do anything? Oh, there we go. Yeah? Legitimate packet intercepted. Okay, WiZ mode. But now, how do I then... So if I now click on this one... Yeah, it also has legitimate packets intercepted. Button 8, button 9, button 16, 17, button 2. But if I click on here, on, off, okay, so it's receiving them. Seems like a bit of a genius. No, I've just been tinkering with it for a long time. So now how do I turn this into... I want this remote to... and the on button to... or the off button to turn off my office lights. So I don't really know how to make the difference for that. How to bridge that, basically. So I don't think it can access it. Okay, I need to add a DNS address. No, damn it. Oh, we're stuck in the same issue again. I stupidly clicked on the logs, so now it's trying to output the logs for certain DNS address. And even if I now add it to my DNS server, I have to reboot Home Assistant, the whole VM, to reset the DNS. So annoying. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to. Okay, let me just add the IP address in here. It's like use address, I believe. I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, I know. Okay, fine. It's not correct. Then why didn't you give me a... Oh, it's not correct for networks, please. Okay. Is it correct over here? Oh, it is. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Is that correct? Yes. Install, download. I'll just flash it over USB again. Yeah. Yeah, you can add people in the chat. That's been a thing for a while. Okay. So then that's also added in Home Assistant, and maybe we see more over there. I don't know. Yeah, new stream, old MDNS problem. Yeah. Okay. No. Let's go here. close, WiZ mode, logs. Okay, successfully connected. So now if I press the button, we see nothing. Let's check over here, logs. Okay, reset the device. Okay, yeah, now it sees the buttons over here. Do we also... Okay, we also have a connection over here, but it doesn't see anything. Okay. Let's try and add it in Home Assistant. Add ESPHome 10, 100, 25. Okay, yeah, which, yep, sure. Okay, we don't have any entries. We have a disabled entry firmware. Okay. No. Okay, so you wait 10 minutes per build. Yeah, no, but this is on like 8 cores Ryzen 7000 with 16 gigs of memory and really fast SSDs with ZFS storage and blah blah. But anyway, yeah. Okay. So let's look in the repository again, because currently it's showing the button if we press it. So maybe we need to use this blueprint. But then how does that work? I don't know how this works. Blueprint. The WiZ mode MAC address. MAC address, okay. I need to import the blueprint. Okay. Well, let's import this default behavior thingy in Home Assistant then. We need to import the blueprint and HA. Okay, how do I do that? Automation scripts. Blueprints, okay. Blueprint, import, preview. Sure, import. Okay. Okay. So I need to enter the MAC address here. The default access is WiZ mode. Okay, yeah, okay. So how do I know the MAC address? I guess maybe it's the number on here. Is it like also on here? Yeah, same kind of number. Okay, so that's likely the MAC address. I'm just going to type it in, see if that works. Well. Okay. WiZ device control automation. Automation entity created for the ESPHome. What? There is none. Oh, it's optional. No, it's not optional. Okay. So we need to have an automation that we can target in here. Okay. Optional, optional. Moon button light transition. Okay. Can I save it anyway? Rename? Sure. Missing. Okay. Okay, so we need to make an automation. No, cancel. I want to go. No, don't save. Let's see. Automation. Create new. When? There's no trigger. Condition. There's no condition. There's only an action. Whoa, that's a good one. Let's see. Light. Turn off. Add target. Can we see ones that are on? I think so, yeah. No. I have so many lights. Oh no. I wish you could filter it by lights that are turned on or something like that. This one. Okay. Okay. Sure. That's it. Save. New. Okay. This is called turn off streaming top light. Save. Okay. Now we go back here. We go to blueprints. This one. Oh, I need to type the MAC address again. Damn it. 92935. Okay. Then if I yeah, okay, we want this automation to happen if we do the standard buttons on off moon, I guess. Default on off entities, moon button. Okay, save. And we're gonna call this on off WiZ mode turn off top light streaming. I think. Whatever. Rename. Okay. Now comes the moment of truth. I don't feel this is gonna work, but we'll see. Nope. Okay. I mean, it's getting the packets, right? So that works. Yeah, it's still a prototype, so it could have burst into flames, but it seems to be working okay. So traces? No traces found. But how does it know? Is it just going to aggregate all of the WiZ modes suddenly remote into Home Assistant? I mean, let's see. ESPHome. Yeah, so this is online. So in theory, this whatever this is sensing could go into Home Assistant. I don't know, I'm gonna check. Wi-Fi enabled remote controller for WiZ that uses ESP now to control. Yeah, okay. Allows you to use an ESP running ESPHome to intercept the WiZ mode button presses. Okay. Forward them to Home Assistant or act on them directly in ESPHome. Okay, well, we want to forward them to Home Assistant. Also contains starting blueprints to get you started. Okay. Insert this code after your core configuration. Sure. Well, I guess we could check what our configuration says. Initializes the listener and fire events to HA. So in theory, this now sends the commands to Home Assistant. But I guess this... No, it's always, it takes a while to figure out. Let me just copy this instead of what we have now. God, why can't you paste with the right button? It's so stupid. Okay. Let's send that to the ESP board. Okay. Okay, so it's still receiving the commands. That's good. Let's see. Somebody said see events in HA. Okay. Where do I see events? Developer tools, events. Okay. And then read the README. There is a manual. Okay, there's a different manual than this. Oh, it's start to start listening. Thanks. Oh wait, store. Start listening. Okay. Oh right. I need to turn that. Oh my god, there's going to be lots of events here. Can we make this go away? No. No, there's. Okay, stop the events. Okay, let me go away. Okay, let's see if that reset it. Clear events. Okay, phew. Let's call it ESP. I don't know. ESP now. Start listening. What does it say over here? Oh, ESP WiZ mode. Okay, so there is an event. There should be an event with WiZ mode in there. WiZ mode. Start. No, not so much. Maybe this guy? No. Okay, so Home Assistant. Oh, add asterisk. That's a good one. Sorry. Start. So it seems Home Assistant isn't getting the events. Home Assistant event. I guess I can just, you know, copy this. Stop. Oh, I made an error. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Button 101. No, wait. The button's always the same. Interesting. But I guess maybe the MAC address we put into that script isn't the number we found on the back here. So we need to change that blueprint. Blueprints, this one, no. How do I now find that blueprint again? Oh, in use, okay, yeah. Okay, so this is the MAC address. Save. Oh. Save. Let's see if it works now. Aw. That was really hopeful. Anyway, let me go back. Events. No, developer tools. Start listening. Okay, let's clear them first. Clear events. Okay. But why does it always say 101? So if I do this, it's also, now it fires 2. I really thought it would work. I don't understand why it's always button 101. But okay. Is this now a different MAC address? Yes. Okay, so that's good. Oh, new entries at the top. Really? Oh, right, you're right. Damn it. Now it, okay, now also the button changes. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, if you hold the button, it keeps getting events. Okay, okay. So then we want button 101, but I would think, let me open a new tab, that in our blueprint here, default on off entry. I don't have to. Yeah. No, I don't need the sequence. So do I need to add targets here? I don't think so. No, wait, no. If the on-off button is pressed without a device being selected first, these entities will be turned on-off. The button number in the automation. No, I think the blueprint should take care of that. Handles default actions when no device is selected and the other blueprints are not. Triggers default actions on-off moon only when device control automation is not active, i.e. it has timeout. So I do need a target then, okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, save. So then, does it then work? No, wait. This one says it's off. Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Disk. I think it's this one. Not sure. Let me just check in Home Assistant real quick. Yeah, the top disk cam light. Top disk cam light. Save. Nope. Okay. I don't understand how this works. Yeah, but I just used the normal one, this one, the default behavior one. So that should do on-off, I think. Well, we can check. Moon stuff. Turn off fan. Okay. I need to delete the device from WiZ mode device control automation. Okay. Why? So, okay. Automations. Okay, sure, it's gone. We can check. Oh, wait, no, give that back. Oh, damn it. Okay. Start listening. Okay. So we can check if it's getting the message, and it should turn off this light. I don't know. Now it's not getting the... Oh, I did the stupid copy again. Start. Okay, so I got the message. So, yeah, no, we tied it to this MAC address. Is that the correct MAC address? 6A8? 6A8, yeah. The automation entity created from the ESPHome WiZ mode receiver blueprint. There's supposed to be one that it created. Let me... On off WiZ mode turn off. Oh, right. Okay, this is the blueprint. Yeah. So then, wait. Should it be itself? Right, so this one can go away. And we have the on-off WiZ mode turn off, okay. That is this one. I created an automation without the blueprint. Yeah, okay, so I deleted my own automation now, and now we have just this one. It's seeing the buttons, so that works. Yeah, okay, we can go out of here. Okay. So this is the same thing, fine. Hey there, John. It's stupid that this shows off. Well, I'm quite sure it's on. Oh. So it's getting the event. Okay. It just doesn't know that this is supposed to be linked. Hey there, Bogdan. You're just watching the watts out of the power meter. Yeah, sure. The motion sensor still hasn't turned on. Too bad. You think the automation part isn't correct. Okay, so let's delete this one. Delete. Yes. Let's go to the blueprints again. Blueprints, WiZ mode. Sure, I can find the MAC address here. Okay. And now I need to select the WiZ mode device control automation from the ESPHome WiZ mode receiver blueprint. Okay. But there is no entity. There should be a blueprint for the automation too. Yeah, but it auto creates them once I hit save. But, I mean, it doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist yet. Reload automation YAML config in HA. Okay. Okay, don't save. I'll do the reload thing. Where is it? Loads new YAML configurations. Okay. So let me see if there's now an automation somehow. We couldn't find any automations. Uh-oh. No, I don't need this. You need to import the blueprint. Okay, already did that. And select this. Create the automation. No, there's a blueprint here, which will create the automation for me. Right? I can re-import it. Okay, let's re-import it. What do you mean? No, there's 3 blueprints, but they all do something different. Right, so if you look at this guy, this is the default behavior, this is the flexible behavior, and this is the I don't know. Basic. Okay, let's import this. Oh no, I don't want to use that. Okay, I'll import the other blueprint too. So this guy. Maybe that's the one we're missing. Import blueprint. Sure. Yeah, but this is just a different blueprint. Well, although this doesn't need an automation, so that's interesting. So let's try and use that. Let's see, MAC address. No, I don't know. Sure. After pressing 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Oh, but I don't have 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Okay, let's try it anyway. Sure. What? Missing input brightness, dim brightness, step light. Okay. I guess it needs to have something. Save. Missing 4, 3, and 2. Yeah, sure, that's true, but I don't care. Oh. Let me see if it's now in automations. No. Okay, so this one doesn't save if I don't have everything filled in. Yeah, but then I need to know the complete syntax, including like when it sees the right MAC address and stuff like that. So we can take a look at that in a minute, but okay, let me import the last one too, then we have all of them. What? No. My window's too small. Hold on. There. Okay, so now we have the default behavior one, the receiver one, and the flexible one. So we have all that are listed here. Okay? I don't think we need all of them, but fine. I just want the... So this one we just tried. We have the flexible. This blueprint only handles device-specific controls for default actions, on, off, without selecting a device. Okay. Oh, for default actions, as pressing on and off, you need to use the default behavior companion blueprint. Okay. Well, that's what I want, so we're going back to the default one. No, but they're all the same, Sean. So the off button on this one and the off button on this one sends the same command. So that shouldn't matter. I just don't understand what they want me to do here. The blueprint is designed to work alongside one of the ESPHome WiZ mode receiver blueprints. Okay. So you need to create one of the other blueprints and then add this one too? What? That's kind of confusing. Okay, so we go to the flexible one. Do we still have a MAC address? No. MAC address. Whatever. I don't have a fan, but that's fine. My target is like the... Yeah. Okay. Save. We're just going to call it WiZ mode receiver flexible. Malformat brightness step. Whatever. Save. Okay. So now we have this one. Back. Then we go to the default behavior one. Same MAC address. Now we can do the WiZ. We can find this WiZ mode thingy here. This is optional because in theory the device is already in the other one. Save. And we'll call this default behavior. Okay. We'll see. Nothing happens. Let me refresh this. Yeah, these have never been triggered. Okay, so should I then add the target in here also? I don't know. Shouldn't need it. Oh, top. Save. Check the trace in the receiver one. This one? Okay. Traces. No traces found. So it's not triggering. No, it's not triggering on this remote. Okay, I can try this remote, but that we don't have a MAC address for that. Okay, so I can change the MAC address real quick. Save. And then I guess I need to change it on the other one also. Save. And now we want to do this one while the trace is running, I guess. Off. Oh! Can I also do on? I can. Noise. No traces found. Traces. No traces found. What? So is it then in here? Traces. Oh, well, there we go. So I think the problem is that it's not actually the same button. If I press this button, it sends a 2 and the on. No. It's dead. What do you mean? On. Yeah, the on sends a 1. But if you look here, the off sends a 101 and the on sends a 100. So the script knows how to interpret this one, but not this one. Although WLED did. So WLED must have this button specifically mapped out also, while it doesn't have this one mapped. Sorry, this one not mapped. Yeah, and ESPHome assumes this one. Try the one with the dimmer? Yeah, sure. So I guess this would be on. Yeah, okay, this is a 1, and then holding it is a 2. Okay, so that should also work. So if I change the MAC address, in here, save, go back, change it, here also, go back. Okay, so now I should be able to do long press, off, okay, yeah, and single press, on, okay. Can I also do like brightness? No. Well, I mean, I guess we just have to implement the button 9 and button 8. But let's see, plus, yeah, this is also 9 and this is also 8. So yeah, so the problem is this is sending 101 and 100 instead of 1 and 2. Okay, well that's not too hard to fix. Even I could code that, or add it in the code basically. But then, oh, we have the moon button. Let's see what the moon button does. No, we don't have this remote added right now. Okay, we need to switch to that remote again. Save. And then I guess we need to go here and save it also. Moon button. Let's go. Okay, the moon button does nothing. It's button 3. Program the black in the DigNext 2 to see if it works together. Yeah, it should work together. So let's check if this on-off still works. It does. Okay, let's go to the DigNext 2. No, Wi-Fi setup. That should now be the last one it saw. Save and connect. Because this is basically just broadcasting. So if I hit the off button, the lights turn off. That's good. On. This one turns on and this one turns on. Yeah, no, the dial events work because you can see button 9 and button 8. But I think they maybe are not implemented in. Yeah, it's set to fan speed for some reason, and not so much. Oh, the brightness step when holding the dimmer button. Okay, let's see if that works. No. No. I mean, it works over here, but it doesn't do anything here. Okay. And this is now also connected after pressing 1. Okay, so you can actually connect individual lights. So let's see, we can connect the left, right, this one, I think. So if I hit 2, no, wait. Let's see here. The light switch or fan to control after pressing 2. Oh, maybe I can then switch. So if I now press 2 and then hit off. Oh, wow. Now it's controlling this one. On. Yeah, of course, this one also still controlled. And now I want to switch off the main light. Off. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that's nice. Right? So you can now use the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the buttons to select which light you want to control. So if I hit 2 and then off, this one turns off. And on. This one turns on. And now I go to 1 and then I hit off, and now it's the main lights here. Okay. The other blueprint did have brightness in it. Yeah, so the receiver and the default behavior, but then yeah, I don't know. I think this only does on-off moon. And this can be configured to set fan speed, but not so much. Should I look at the third blueprint? The receiver flexible? No, we had the receiver flexible. Receiver? Maybe we need to use this one. So let's kill it. I don't want the flexible anymore. Delete. Delete. So now, in theory, nothing works anymore. 1, off. Yeah, okay. The WLED still responds, but that's, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now we want to use this one. So we need the MAC address again. I don't know. Brightness when moon is pressed, 10. There. Steps when holding the dimmer buttons. Let's go to 15%. Do I need to add a target? Maybe I don't need to add a target. Save. No, okay. Yeah. Save. Come on, you can't let me save it without adding 4 lights. What do you mean? Okay, fine, that's fine. We can do RGB left, RGB right, and I don't know, this one, save. Okay, that's stupid, but okay. So now let's see. 1, off. Okay, so now this is working again. That's good. On. So let's see if I can change the brightness. Yeah, I can. It's working. Okay, now it's off. What happens when I set on? So now I have a problem. It doesn't go back to the setting I had it on. So I need to hold it to go back to that, I guess. It's not working. I guess I need to press 1 again. Yeah, now it's working, I think. Yeah. Okay, now I don't know what brightness we have. I'm not sure I'd use that very often. Yeah. So we can also now do the right RGB output. So 3 off. Yeah, you can see the blue fading out on. Yeah, okay, that worked. Oh, but okay, it doesn't go to my effect. So that, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, in the end, like WLED chose to make it behave differently by selecting presets and stuff like that. You could also, of course, indeed just make your own automation. You have to work it out once and then you can just use it. I like the idea of having the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons to turn off and off, on and off different lights. On the other hand, yeah, it would also be nice to be able to use it as different presets, basically like WLED does it. So you can set like 25% brightness, 50, 75, or 100. Because a dial like this is cool, but I think I'd use the dial a lot less than presets. And maybe this then would already be enough, right? Because if we look in our events here, we have off and on, but we also have long press and long press on off. So you could actually have on and off, that's fine. And then you could maybe have like dim down on the off button and a preset or like 75% or 80% or whatever you normally want the light to do on the long hold for the other button. But, you know, in the end, I guess you could configure that yourself. Can I hold them both? No. And then this one would actually be more versatile because you have on and off, you have dimming up and down, and you have the four presets you could do. So, yeah. Of course, we still have the motion sensor, which I don't think we've seen in the overview so far. So let's disconnect the battery and see if we see it pass by when we connect the battery again. Nope, wasn't there yet. Okay. Okay, I'll disconnect both batteries just to be sure. That should be plenty. So you need to watch for an event. 5. That's new. Okay. So we saw a new event, and it's also a different serial. But it's a different button again. Oh, maybe if I switch it to the other mode, does it send a different event? Maybe you need to remove both batteries. Yeah, now it sends 7. And you do need to remove both batteries, because removing one battery it doesn't send it again. Let me switch it to the other mode. Nope, still no 5. So let's remove both batteries. Oh, and now we got a 4. Okay. I don't know what that means. But sure. I'm going to take the batteries out. I don't think I'm going to use this motion sensor. It's going to be very confusing to use. I wish they wouldn't make a timeout on the motion sensor itself. You're supposed to do that on the device, in my opinion. Or in your automation, basically. So in your automation, you should say, if motion triggered, turn on light for 5 minutes, and then it stays on for 5 minutes. And if the motion gets triggered again and again and again and again and again, that 5 minutes gets refreshed, right? But this way, you have no control whatsoever. Quintsense. I've been reworking the ideas. I'm not sure it'll be for motion sensors, but anyway. Okay. 1 off. Awesome. Okay. Nice. Which one have you been using, Sean Moto? These ones, or? You will lobby for Quintsense in each stream. Well, I still need it for the house, so at some point it's going to take some shape or form. Currently, I have the idea of maybe making it a community project, actually. So something we work on in the streams, because it'll involve some hardware development, some software, and yeah. But that would also mean it takes a lot longer. So I'm not sure where I want to go with that yet. I do have an idea in mind for two Quintsense projects, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Now, of course, the light's not on the automation anymore. Okay. 8 and 9 do the exact same thing. As up and down, you mean? Oh, you mean no? We got some different numbers. We got 1. No, okay. 4, 7, and 5. But that was for the motion sensor. I have some plans for how I want to integrate some millimeter wave sensors. Yes. But it's basically building on top of a project that already exists. But I'm not sure. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could play with it at some point in the stream. I guess we need to have a secret, huh? Let me get some stuff. Hold on. So, a while back, I bought these guys. They're now a bit dusty. There. Let's go away. Okay. So I bought these guys. These are from Waveshare. Okay, hold on. from Waveshare, and they're ESP32P486 panels, and these should somewhat fit a European box. I actually still have to test that. They have a version with and without Ethernet, and I basically want to build a extra PCB for this version, because this is just the screen without the Ethernet part, but the Ethernet part is actually on the main board. So let me unscrew that real quick. Other way around. Yeah, but in the project I'd want to do, we wouldn't buy the Ethernet board, but we would still use Ethernet. So this is just a blank panel. If you look at this PCB, and I'm not going to bring out the microscope right now, you can see the ESP32 P4 in here, and you have a C6 for wireless and stuff like that. Don't actually need that one, but okay, fine. You can insert a micro SD card, cool, yada yada yada, and it has a nice high resolution display. But the Ethernet chip, and I believe it's this guy or this guy, I'm not sure, is actually on here. So even though you don't buy the Ethernet version, you still get the Ethernet chip. Now I need to remember how you get this out again. I think I just need to pry it out. If we look at the Ethernet version, one moment, there. If we take this off, this is just a plug-in board for this connector. And this connector is the same connector as this one. So the bottom plate here, let me unscrew this. Yeah, Waveshare is just a company that makes these things. And if somebody already makes a good version of something, I don't have to make a new version of it. But I wanted to do different things. Yep. How do I... Right, so if we look at this, it's basically the same board, except on their Ethernet version, they only bring out this set of pins. So they only have this connector here, and this one is missing. Because, I don't know why, for some reason they thought it would protrude or something like that. But these basically line up, so these are for that. But I've been looking at the schematics for this thing, and if we do have this connector, that has some GPIO pins on there. Now, what I've been thinking is I could create a new version of this, because this does not do PUE, and it has 2 relays inside and RS485 and whatever. I don't need all that. I don't want relays. I don't need RS485, but I do want the Ethernet. Now, I can build that part myself. I've already built prototypes for a different ESP32P4 board, the actuator board, where I do all of this myself. So I have my own custom P4 design, which I'm working with. And we can basically make this part ourselves. Now, it wouldn't have this nice plastic shell, etc., because that's way too expensive. But we could make a board that plugs into these headers and then exposes the Ethernet. But what I'd want to add is Ethernet with PUE, so that we basically make a PUE version that then powers this part with PUE. And we then have enough GPIOs left over that I basically want to take out either this speaker or do it some other way. I'm not quite sure yet. And then make a hole in the side and basically add another plate there. And that could be a blank plate or something with 3D print or... Yeah, it doesn't have PUE. Stupid, huh? I don't know why it doesn't. Anyway, and if we have another plate and we have like 5 or 6 GPIO pins we can break out, we can add in the plate next to it a temperature sensor, a humidity sensor, a light sensor, a millimeter wave sensor, etc., etc., etc. Because this thing will just be an ESP32P4 with a really nice touchscreen and speakers and a microphone and everything built in, and then basically bolt on those sensors next to it, right? And since I'm designing a new house anyway, I can make sure that all the places or all the rooms where I want this, basically in every room, has a double box where this will fit, which will just have an Ethernet cable in there, which then will supply power and data. And then I have a nice touch panel in every room, which I don't need to design because that already is fine. And then the box next to it will have all the sensors, which somehow plugs into here. Now, the somehow plugs into here I haven't figured out yet. I'm thinking we can make a version of this which then plugs into both headers, and then we just have some pins coming out over here which can make it into the other header or other box somehow. I don't know. And I also don't know how we would do a nice front plate. That's not really what I'm good at. But I can design a PCB that does PUE extraction, etc., so it can at least power the board, and then also use these headers also to then break out to whatever sensors we want to connect with I2C and maybe some pins and things like that. Because this thing... So I want, in my new house, I want to measure temperature, humidity, light, and movement in every room. Well, it is a finished board. And basically I'm kind of afraid, that's why I never mentioned it before, that if I mention it to them, they'll do it themselves, and then I don't have a product anymore. But they'll always do it in their way, and maybe not in the way I want to do it. Hold on, how do I... Yeah, because this has a PCB in there. Can I take this out? Yes. And maybe it's a fun project we could do with the community, right? And I don't mind, I don't need this plastic box on the back of it, because the back of it will be in the wall. Yeah, that's why that's for the 2 relays it has. And I mean, I don't need relays locally in this thing. In my case, maybe others will, but then we get feature creep again versus what I need. But why doesn't this one? No, it's not a fund issue. It's a time issue. Okay, so this is just a board. It's just a PCB. It has 2 relays on there. That's what these beefy tracks are for, and spacing and stuff like that. But if I say, I don't need those relays, then most of the components on here can go. The second thing it does, it takes in power using these 2 pins, and then it has a little buck converter, which it then sends to this board. Well, that's, I believe, just 5 volt. So I can build my own circuit for that. That's no problem. And then the Ethernet chip is on here, but it sends the Ethernet signals through this header to over here. I can just mimic that. That's no problem. So that's pretty simple. Yeah, but it's actually good. because this one also does the power conversion, right? Because this one says 6 to 30 volts. That means that it gets converted to something on this board, I think it's 5 volt, and then sent up through this header. Well, I can do that too. And then we can make our own version of this, which then also extends to the other side, so I can add maybe like with a flexible cable or a ribbon cable or something like that, a bolt-on sensor panel, which can then also receive power from this board, because this is doing the power anyway, and have all kinds of sensors on there. I think that would be an awesome thing to have, which doesn't exist right now. Right? I'm not into making things that already exist, unless I think I can make them better. But I just want a panel in every room which can control stuff in that room. That's nice. Well, we can do that with the touchscreen, and this already has like USB and buttons and microphones and speakers and the ESP32P4. That's all great. But then I want sensors in every room too. Oh, relay coil voltage. Yep, 5 volt. Yeah, so that's easy. We just need to take PoE and make it 5 volt. Plenty of space to do that. And yeah, it doesn't even need to do much more. We do need the room for both, so they couldn't use this version. So they had to cut off one of the connectors, because they had to have this thing here, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit odd. Or maybe because of how their shell works. But I'm not constrained by that at all. So we can just use both headers. And yeah, I'm not sure you can see on the camera. Yeah, okay, you can see. So you see 5 volt, ground, 37, 38, 20, 21, blah, blah, blah. 5 volt, 3.3 volt, more GPIOs. We have T minus, so that's for the Ethernet, ground, more GPIOs, I believe. So there's plenty of GPIOs available for us to break out the GPIOs we need, basically, right? Sure, Philip. But I would be designing it for what I need it to do. If I design a product for what everyone needs it to do, then I would have to keep the relays, and those take up a lot of space. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, I like these. These are good. And they're not too expensive. So I don't mind if I need like 10 or 12 for one in each room. You know, that's going to be, I don't know, $1,000. But, you know, if you buy a commercial system, you're paying way more and you're way less flexible. So, yeah. And I mean, I don't even need the Wi-Fi on there, but, yeah. Yeah, but then I need to do AC stuff again and decoupling. But I guess I could just copy the current circuit. But, yeah. And then there'd also need to be terminals on there. But I could copy what they did, I guess. Especially if you can make the board bigger than they allow. Let's see, this goes here. Yeah, they only used this much space, and I think we could use much more space. Right? Because, yeah, they only use this section. Because I think because of the housing they maybe already had or something like that, I don't know. Or to fit in a box. Of course, it still needs to fit like a standard electrical box. Yeah. And if you look at the plate they deliver, I also don't know yet. Yeah, round PCB, sure. Yeah, I also don't know yet how this would be mounted in a box. Because you get it like this. So how do you mount this in a box? Right? If you have a standard European electrical box, there's no way to mount this. And even with this, yeah, of course, but we would take that into account. And maybe, like Alex said, a round PCB. But even if you look at this, how do you mount this in the box? I guess you can take, for this one, you can take this guy off and then screw this into the wall box, I think. And then you put it back on again. You clip it in there. Or you basically have this then on the wall and you clip this back in there. Yeah. But I was very pleased to find that the... Yeah, exactly. Well, we'd have to mimic something like that, but then with a 3D print or something. I don't know. But I was very happy to find that basically these boards are identical. So the non-Ethernet version actually has Ethernet on there and expansion options. And that I can work with. How does the... Oh, it also doesn't have this connector. Oh, okay. Oh, for the camera. Okay, well, we don't need a camera. Okay. How does this work? No. Okay, that bends it. Do I need to move it backwards? Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, like that. Okay. So you can put a micro SD card in there. And then close it shut, I guess. Yeah, okay. Sure. The cost for these units, I don't know. Let me look it up. Waveshare P4 86 they call it, I believe. Yeah. On their own website it says $39.99 to $49.99. I don't understand how they can make it for that price, but sure. Yeah, the onboard camera interface, because we don't need the Ethernet part, although it's still on there. Let me... Yeah. So you can get the Ethernet version, which is actually more expensive, but the Ethernet chip is on the main board. So you can just get the onboard camera interface version, which is $39.99, which is hella cheap for what it is. Because, I mean, even just the P4 and the C6, you're paying $10. I would pay $10 to buy those. So, and then you get a 720 by 720 touchscreen, which is very high resolution, 5-point touch, blah, blah, blah. Excellent, a very nice high... can I turn it on? I guess I can turn it on. $10 for 2 relays, right? This one maybe? I don't know. I haven't touched them in months. Okay, yeah. So if you look at the screen, that is pretty nice. Settings. About device. How do I go back? Oh, okay. Draw panel. Calculator. And it's very responsive. Yeah. Yeah, well, the camera isn't doing it justice. I need to... let's see. No. That looks... In real life, it's still better. But, I mean, it's really high resolution, 720 by 720 on a, what is it, 4-inch screen. That is, I don't know what the DPI on that is, but yeah. Does it play Doom? I think it would. It has an ESP32P4. I mean, it has 32 gigs of PS RAM and blah blah blah. Sure. You can do like animations and play. Oh, it's playing music. Let me turn off the music. Hold on. Yeah? It sounds okay. It's like not very loud, but there is no camera in there. No. But I mean, it can do like the animations, and it has the touchscreen, and okay, let's turn that off before we get copyright hits. Yeah, you have all this. This can run ESPHome, and then you can do all the custom buttons and nice graphics and blah blah blah. You can do it in ESPHome, so it's already natively linked into Home Assistant. And since it's ESPHome, we can then add a bunch of sensors, and those will automatically get added to Home Assistant too, and it'll be fully Home Assistant Ethernet connected local. Yeah. Yeah, the camera, I don't think it does anything, because this is the camera connector. So, oh, there's an LED here. Yeah, okay. I don't know how to get out of this camera now. There's 2 buttons. Oh, okay. And I mean, I don't know if it has like a proximity sensor, but we could maybe add that in the add-on panel on the side, which could then have a proximity sensor and a light sensor and a temperature sensor and millimeter wave sensor and I don't know, all the sensors we want in every room. So and yeah, I've always not liked this kind of panel because they'd be really frustrating and slow to work with. But this is really... I mean, it has a P4 in there, so... Right? I mean, yeah, and even for a different project, I mean, the Wi-Fi, I think, also works. Jarvis in every room. Well, it has microphones, and you can also... It also has speakers. So, if you wanted to use the Home Assistant... audio thing, it already has that in there. So you have the okay, similar Modbus sensor without screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the idea is to basically make a sort of backboard which then does Ethernet with PoE, and then maybe a ribbon cable or something where we nibble a little bit out of the chassis here, and then go to a box next to it, which then has all the sensors and things like that. That is the idea. So I guess that was really a secret. I don't know what the buttons do. Remount a new case. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We just have to make the back. So we can make a back that screws into here. Although I'm horrible at 3D design, so someone else would have to make a back that then screws into here. But basically, I think what I would do is I'd make... where is it? Oh, yeah. I'd make a PCB like this. Let me... I'd make a PCB like this, which would then screw into these holes, and also attach with these pin headers, but we just need standoffs that are the right height, and then have like a case which basically has the same mechanism here, which we then 3D print, or could even also be PCBs with another set of standoffs and screws, to basically be able to do the same thing like this. So you mount a part to the wall and then it clicks there. But yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking of making it a community project. It would be cool to work on that for like, I don't know, 10 live streams, right? And then make some prototypes and then test it out, and yeah. But for the mechanical design, I would need some help. Yeah. And if there's a huge demand... No, this is the RD6030. It makes a bit of noise sometimes. If there's a huge demand, I could also make it injection molded and blah blah. I have the capabilities for that, but for this guy, I basically need to sell a few thousand to break even on the mold. So, yeah. Sen 55. I don't know what that is, but okay. So yeah, I think that would be ideal. This is an ESP32P486 from Waveshare. You can look it up. I do wonder how well these microphones will work, because there's a microphone here and a microphone here, but they are in the back behind this plate. So I mean, what? How does that work? Well, the air quality sensor you could make pluggable, right? So people can buy that if they want that one, because that is indeed an expensive sensor. Will not work right? What do you mean it will not work right? Better close it up again, because if I leave it like this, I'll lose the parts and it'll break. And yeah. Now I haven't put ESPHome on here yet, so we could maybe try and do that another stream. But it's an ESP, and yeah, it should work fine in theory. I would think so, Gareth. Yeah, we shouldn't run out of space anytime soon. Let me figure out how this was done again. Something like that. It's also like this construction, like, I don't know, man. Oh, wait. No, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, hold on. This goes on here. Now I screw it back. Well, we could just make sockets for those, Rich. And then people can choose what they want. I don't know. That's something that needs to be investigated. But since I'm building a new home and I'm in charge of the design, I can just get any boxes I want. Yeah, they get expensive quickly. I know. This was in here. Yeah, but the stupid thing is, as it is currently, I don't know who this is for. Because you'd think, okay, this is for people who want to have some AC relays in their box. Okay, fine. But then you also need to have a power supply in your box. What? Why? Why is it not integrated on the board? Still have this thing. Did I do it wrong? Maybe I did it wrong. Yeah, I did it upside down. Okay. Nobody told me. So if you have this version with the bottom board, you can power it with 6 to 30 volts from this bottom board. But both versions can be powered by USB. No, Montev, I'll be making a series about the house, so you can ask. We've met with one buyer, or one contractor, really, I should say. And the other contractor has been a bit shady because they weren't responding, and I don't know. They have since responded and also sent a offerte, I guess an invoice. It's all preliminary for the sketches and things like that. The first one we liked a lot, but they came out a few ton too expensive. But there is definitely room to shave and change things and use different finishes and other stuff to get that down. And the other one came out a lot less expensive, but then they do things differently. But we're meeting with those next Friday, so yeah, that's exciting. Let's see. Like that. Okay, now it's okay. Yeah, so basically what you do is you'd mount this to the wall with the screw holes here, and then this clicks in here with these tabs and this tab over here. Okay, well we just have to mimic that somehow. Oh, cool, Rich. Yeah. Montev, it's an experience. Yeah. So I don't know, we have to figure out a way to do this. Yeah. But I think this is a really cool base to build upon, and they're really not expensive. I don't understand how they do it for those prices. Absolutely not. Now, that doesn't include tax and stuff like that. But still, I mean, no clue. They must have better Chinese contacts than I have. Having the sponsors on the side is good. You know, avoid heat transfer issues. Okay. Name of the unit. It's a Waveshare ESP32P4, and then type in 86, and then you'll find. Oh yeah. ESP32P4 86 from Waveshare, and then you'll be able to find it. Oh, it's a 170-degree viewable touchscreen. Whoa. Yeah, and like they share like something like this. You should be able to make something like this with ESPHome too, right? So that would be custom, but the framework in ESPHome is there to do this kind of stuff, and you can have a nice slider. And you can have like your air conditioner or temperature for that room, stuff like that. And yeah. And it's really responsive because it's a P4. And it still doesn't use a lot of power. And right. Meanwhile, this is still happily buzzing. Let's turn that off. There. Oh, now the power supply also starts. I've mounted the power supply further away on a board, or on a closet actually, side of a closet, so it doesn't bother me too much now. I don't think you can even hear it. Can you? Maybe. I don't know. It's not bothersome now. It was before. They expect you to have a low power connection arriving in this box with the power supply elsewhere. Yeah, but then you also have the relays. So you then have high voltage and low voltage and Ethernet? I don't know. Why would you do that? Why not just have AC and Ethernet and then do the stuff internally? I don't know. Or PoE. I mean, I'm not, PoE is good for some stuff. I don't believe in PoE for LEDs, but that's fine. But for this stuff, PoE, yes. Faintly, very faintly. Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, sure, I test things, but then the components on here, I know what all of these components cost, and they're not making a lot of profit. Oh, they also have a photo of this. Yeah. So the only thing I'm worried about is oh, you can't see my mouse. Okay. This is a square box, and here in the Netherlands we have round boxes. So that could be an issue. But I guess this part is going to sit outside of the box anyway. So the version we make could maybe be a round PCB that just screws into these holes. But, this is still slightly under. So then we could make something that fits. And maybe we need 2 stacked layers or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it's like a UK box. Oh, okay. But Philip, then check on AliExpress, because Waveshare also sells a lot of stuff on AliExpress, but I don't know what it would cost over there. We can check. Ali. $55 or $67. Yeah, okay. So that's a decent amount more. Oh, and they still want $9 for shipping. So that's like 54, 64 instead of $39.99. Whoa. Okay, that's a big difference. $39.99. Of course, this doesn't have shipping. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe, but maybe we can, if we make this part ourselves, we can make it suitable for the European market. By using those screw holes and then some risers, maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't actually know what M this is. I think this might be M2. The screws. Very tiny. Still, you can get standoffs for M2 also. Yeah, well, anyway, we've already been going almost 3 hours, so that's going to be it for now. Remember, oh wait, I need to sneeze. Remember, if you happen to be in Germany at the Light Plus Building Fair, I will be there too on Sunday and on Monday. Check the Discord for a little bit more details. If you're there, come say hi at the Synergy 21 booth. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. We did a lot of fun stuff today with like the buttons and stuff. You can make those work easily in WLED and also less easy, but still in Home Assistant. Which then, I don't know, if you don't have Zigbee or Z-Wave like I do, but I do have Wi-Fi. Or, well, you don't even need Wi-Fi for this, so I think these could be great options. And, yeah, hope to see you back next Friday for another stream, or maybe a video, or whatever else we're going to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.